Hello there. I don't know if anybody's listening just yet. I tried to go live a second ago and didn't have the right camera, so it was a big blank. Let me get the light here. I have lots to talk about today, so I'm really excited about it. But I think I'll wait until people get themselves together and realize that we're live. I've got my sweater on. I bet everybody's turned their heat on. Those of us in the Portland area, at least in the east side, had to deal with thunderstorm over the weekend. It was loud. It was loud and kind of amazing. But here in the northwest of the U.S., it is definitely getting cooler. Got boots. Had to get my boots out. Had to get my raincoat out. Have to towel the dog off when we come back in from our walk. So, of course, but fall is a fun time of the year too. There's lots of things changing and going on, fall festivals, and the kids are kind of excited about Halloween. I don't know what it's like at your house, but it's a holiday that they rather enjoy. The rest of us kind of see it as a prelude to the holiday season let me get that shining light out of my face, the holiday season, Christmas and Thanksgiving and that sort of thing. So, I started doing lives not too long ago to kind of introduce people to the services that all the new things that we're doing. So today I have a bunch of things to talk about with you and bring you up to date. So far, I don't see too many people joining us, but hopefully they'll get notice that I'm live and be online here in a couple minutes. Oh, by the way, when you do join, you can give me a shout out. Just type a comment on your Facebook page so that I know you're there. Or if you have a question, make sure that you put your question down. If I can answer it during the live, I will. I'm here by myself, so I can't always get to the message and see what's going on. But afterwards, anything that you leave for me, I will definitely respond to. The other thing is that if you want to ask something that's kind of private and you don't really want to put it on Facebook, it's okay to send me a message through Messenger, and I'm happy to respond to that too. This isn't a therapy session, but sometimes it's helpful to have questions that you've asked and you want to know more about. So let's get going here. It's about 3 minutes into this, and so by now people probably have the message that I'm here. One of the things I wanted to do today it was kind of interesting. I sent an email out to members of on my mail list and people who are part of my membership site, Asperger's Syndrome and Relationships, also part of my meetup group, Asperger's Syndrome for Partners and Families of those on the adults with autism spectrum disorder. Anyway, I sent an email out and said, give me some feedback, let me know what you'd like better on the websites, on the membership sites, things that would help you do better, or things that you love. I'm always happy to hear that. I got lots of lovely compliments. It was really sweet. People were just acknowledging how important these websites are to their health and safety and sanity, because life with someone on the autism spectrum is very stressful. It takes a lot of work to keep hanging in there, and so our support groups, both the meetup group and the private premium sort of membership group, they're both places to go to be heard, to be supported, to ask any question you want. We've got forums, there's message boards, we have video calls, and oh, hi there, Kate. We got somebody from the UK, Inverness. Oh, and Jackie, hi. Good, I'm glad people are joining us. So what I wanted to talk about was kind of clear up some of the questions that came through from people that aren't oh, Mary's there too. Oh my goodness, this is great. One of the things that's going on is that when I send out information, I find out where the stumbling blocks are. So some of the questions that came through, for example, somebody said the membership is so expensive. It's actually ranges from free to expensive. There's more than one way to join in this group. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg, and I'm also going to make it a little bit easier to pay. I'm hoping to set up soon PayPal. And also, right now we use Stripe, so your credit information is totally confidential, but if those of you who would prefer PayPal will do that. And I'm also looking at how we can do quarterly payments or even monthly payments if it's too difficult for people. I don't have that set up yet, but we're looking at trying to make it even more cost effective. So I'm hoping that that won't be a problem for you. Another question that somebody says is, can you give one of your talks more than one time? As a matter of fact, I actually give every talk 3 times if they're video calls. And those are the small group calls for members of the private membership group, Asperger's Syndrome and Relationships. On that website, I do video calls and I do the same topic 3 times so that if you miss one, you'll get a chance to go to the other one. So the teleconferences are different. I do them just once, but I have a teleconference for our meetup group and for our private membership group. And I record the teleconferences so at least you can listen to them again. If you didn't, or for the first time, if you didn't get to go and you are a member, you have the right to listen to those teleconferences. I don't record the video calls, but I do repeat them, and you get 3 chances to attend a topic. So you should have an easy time of it. Oh, I thought this was interesting too. Every once in a while, someone will say, I don't live in your area, so I can't meet the people in the group. This is always a kind of a surprise to me. You don't have to live in Portland. I have 3,700 members in their meetup group, and they're from all over the world. In fact, I have members who are listening today who aren't on the same continent, who are on Facebook Live right now. So it's, you don't have to be here. You can join online through the forums or message boards. You can send a message that way. You can attend a video call, so you can be anywhere that is time zone compatible. And then the teleconference is the same way. So there's no reason that you can't join even if there's not a local group. Although I do want to say I'd like to encourage people to start local groups if you want to, and invite people to come and chat about what this life is all about. Let's see here. Another person said, I feel overwhelmed and I don't have time to get involved. We are a supportive community, so I want you to realize that everybody in this group feels overwhelmed. That's the whole reason for starting it. It's to deal with people who have felt like they were all alone with this problem of an adult that's very high functioning in many ways, but they're still autistic, and it's a drain. It's tiring for us. No matter how much we love someone, that autism style is oh, thanks, Kate. Kate mentioned that on the teleconferences, I do set up a Q&A period so that people can ask questions when you're on the teleconference too. So it's not just the video calls. You can, I always make sure there's plenty of time to set up a Q&A period. People enter the queue and I answer their questions as they're asked. Anyway, because it's an online, website, it's a membership site. If you don't have time, make some time when you finally got a break and just go online and talk to other people. Let's see here. Somebody else said they want a free trial membership. Actually, kind of the best way to get your free trial membership is, in a way, to start with the meetup group. That's it's a general sort of a group, and I've been running that for 10 years. And if you join the meetup group, you will get a sense of what it's like to be in a support group. It's very, very kind-hearted, strong people who want to help each other out. After doing that for a while, you might want to participate in the private membership group and kind of step it up a notch. Yeah, Jackie asked, which level is best if you're in a very challenged relationship where you're invisible to them unless you're doing something that is in their interest area, basically for learning and coping skills. Actually, it's true. She says, I know you're speaking to this right now. This is what this whole both of these membership sites are about. They are about learning the skills to cope in these relationships, how to work around all the energy that your Asperger loved ones kind of drain out of you because things kind of have to be their way. They are not very good at understanding us. We have to understand them and then work with that. But if all you do is spend your time doing it their way or trying to help them with things, you'll just go stark raving mad. So this group isn't just about learning skills for coping, being with your Aspie loved one. It's about learning skills about how to take your life back. And taking your life back is what it's all about, if you think about it. It's about saying, I exist, I'm real, I have value. It's time for me to get out into the world and be everything I'm capable of. So, and I will talk more about that probably at every one of our conference calls. Absolutely, always talk about that's important to me. Okay, so I don't know if there's some new people. If you've joined us, we're talking about, this is Dr. Kathy Marshak, and I'm talking about our membership groups, the new one that I just launched in July. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to tell you some of the conferences that I have scheduled for that. And then we also have our meetup group. So let's see here. The first video conference is on October 1st, which I guess is right around the corner. It's 10 a.m. And the topic is what to do when your Aspie becomes a narcissist. Now, I consider this an intense subject, so I have limited it to our preferred members on the private membership site. And what I mean by preferred is that you are members who have been living this life for a while. You have a lot of tools for coping. You're doing better than some of the newbies who are just bewildered. So this is a special group that I set up just for people who want a deeper dive into the subject, which I think this one is going to be. Because so often we get confused as what's the difference between a narcissist and someone with autism spectrum disorder who's at that very high functioning level. And the reality is there are some differences, but the behavior that we have at the very end of the encounter can still be the same. So how do we cope with that narcissism is what October 1st video conference is about. And so those of you who haven't joined, join the membership group, sign up for this conference. We still have room for you. The next, and there's only one of those conferences on that topic is only hosted once, but if there's enough interested in it, I will definitely add, more of that topic. The next topic is, next video conference is entitled Stop Being Reasonable, Instead Look Out for Number One, which is speaking to Jackie's comment about taking your life back. She says, so taking your life back is in alignment with, if you need the membership, you're worth it and should invest in yourself. And that's true. I want you to invest in yourself because that's what this membership site's about. I don't allow Aspies into the group. This is for us to learn more about how to stay strong and be ourselves, be authentic. So stop being reasonable. Instead, look out for number one. I'm offering 3 times, October 3rd, October 8th, and October 16th, and the times are posted at the website. I think this is what I mean by this stop being reasonable is not really true. It's just that each time we try to explain why we're taking our life back, many times our Aspies go, and so your point is, they're not always going to understand your reason for why you need to go do something for yourself. So instead, we just need to go do it. We just need to take our life back. And then, let's see, October 10th is a teleconference for the private membership site, and it's entitled 3 Types of Aspie. So a lot of times people will join the group and they'll say, well, my Aspie is kind of different than others. They're really quiet, or they don't have meltdowns, or they're very charming and people really don't even recognize the autism. They're not necessarily having big intimidating meltdowns. So on this teleconference, I want to kind of help you understand that it doesn't matter what the exterior behavior looks like. Underneath is a lack of empathy and no theory of mind. And these are technical terms, but when you get that, it doesn't matter what their behavior is, their type of autism, it's all the same. And so we'll be talking about how to deal with the different types, but you're still coming from that philosophical philosophical place that you're dealing with someone who doesn't have empathy, so they're not asking themselves what's going on with you. We're doing that. And let's see, on October 18th, we're having a meetup teleconference. So this is for members of the meetup group, and it's really easy to join. So just sign up, Google Meetup, look for me, look for my group, and sign up, and you can attend this teleconference. And like Kate pointed out, you can ask questions at this teleconference too. It's not just me talking. The topic on October 18th is how to be alone and not lonely. So this one is really hard because most of us feel, you know, terribly lonely in these relationships. You don't have somebody who's noticing you in particular. They may know a lot of things about you and they may care about you, but we still feel lonely because we want to be connecting with somebody. We want to have a discussion where somebody else finishes our sentences. So on this teleconference, we'll talk about how to be alone, how to be your authentic self, how to take back your life, and yet not feel so dang lonely. That's a tough one, but I think we've got some answers for that. And then last, oh my gosh, there's lots of things coming up in October. Last is a video conference where I'm going to do it 3 times, and the topic is Don't Let Gaslighting Trap You. This whole month is pretty much about taking your life back. So hopefully that's something that all of you really are determined to do. You join these groups not to just complain or to learn more about how to say it the right way for your Aspie, but it's also to take your life back. So the gaslighting, Don't Let Gaslighting Trap You, we're holding it on October 22nd, October 24th, and October 29th, all posted on the Facebook page and on my Meetup site and on the Asperger Syndrome and Relationship site. All these conferences are posted there. Gaslighting refers to undermining your belief in yourself, questioning your opinion, telling you that you don't know what you're talking about. It's a terrible thing, and many Aspies engage in gaslighting because they just don't get where you're coming from. So I really want to emphasize how to get away from the gaslighting behaviors, don't let them trap you, and how to take your life back. So that's a lot of stuff that's going on, and I'm looking at my notes here to see if I have remember everything. Yeah, remember, it doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg to join these groups. I do need to charge something because it's a lot of effort and time and technology that I'm investing in and costs every month to keep it going. But it's relatively minor, the costs, and the benefit is that you're not alone. That's really important. When I started the Meetup group 10 years ago, that was something that I needed. I had just written a book about many of those stories in that first book are all about me, and many of them are about my clients. But I just needed to talk to other people, and I was stunned at how quickly the group grew. And like I said, that was 10 years ago, and now we have 3,700 members in our Meetup support group. So there are people all over the world who want to get to know you, and I want to get to know you too. So please make sure that you send me little messages today about the Facebook Live, what you got out of it. Well, if you didn't get your questions answered, please let me know. And if you have a private message, that's fine. Go ahead and send that. I may not respond right away because I've got to go back and go to work. And there'll be a few more things that you'll see coming out in the next few weeks throughout October, some changes that I'm making. I think that's going to make it more streamlined. So thank you very much for dropping in, and I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll be seeing each other real soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.